people. How are you? How are you doing? Come on to make a video that it's been a week really since I've been contemplating how I'm going to deliver this, because I've basically written another poem about Isa, Jesus. I've been writing it over like a week, and basically I've been thinking, oh, should I just recite it as I've written it? But it's a kind of a bit like a lecture. And it's kind of a bit like a lecture. That's how I feel about it at the moment. It might not be received like that by others. But like, I've written other poems recently about Jesus, Isa. And I feel like people need to know his name, because like your name contributes to your identity and to you as a person. Language also contributes to you, because basically God decides like what language you're going to speak as your native language. If you learn any others, that's you, that you're doing that from your own mind. But it's no accident what your mother tongue is and what your native tongue is. And I think people need to know that, like, in Aramaic, Isa is Isho, yeah? It's not whatever false Hebrew dictat is. That's been written by man, and like he got renamed as a verb. His name got renamed as a verb. And there's evidence for this, because in Syria, so like I've kind of jumped a step, but basically, like, I think people need to remember that Arabic is the closest language to Aramaic, like it is. And there's evidence for that, because in Syria, there's still people that speak Aramaic, like this, next to the Arabs, next to people who speak Arabic. But there's no ISIS rail people who speak Aramaic, like none, unless they've took it upon themselves and learnt it from their own mind, which is not the same. It's not the same as a native tongue, because, like I said, like there's no accidents and God doesn't make any mistakes. So anyway, this poem is not really about that. That was more like about another poem that I've written recently about all the different languages to say Isa, and the derivative, what's the derivatives and what's the source and everything like that. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I think that one's better. Red. It's on Instagram. Go and read it on Instagram. A few weeks back. And by red I mean like it's better. It's not. I don't think reciting it does it any favors. Like, it doesn't really add anything. So like, you can go and read that on Instagram. So I don't mean to sound like flippant, but that's my honest opinion about my own work. So basically, like, I've written a few poems about Isa, and like this one has been brewing. Just basically because I've been getting a lot of messages about there's lots of rhetoric about like there's been lots of rhetoric, oh, it's the end of times and Jesus is coming back, and because of all these fires and everything. Like, that's absolute bullshit. I've written other poems about that. In fact, there's a poem that's called Jesus that's on the channel, and that's about Jesus isn't coming back. But this is more about just how bullshit the crucifixion is. Like, it's just bullshit. Like, it is bullshit, and we should be focusing on because basically that focuses on the narcissism of others. Like, the crucifixion ideology is a manifestation of the narcissism of others, and it perpetuates it. Whereas, like, you need to focus on his own internal struggle. And this like, this is the poem as it stands. It might change as usual with my poems, as it happens, but this is what has come along over the course of a week, maybe 5 days. It's called Just Like Souls Do for now. I know I've already written a few poems about Jesus, but I don't argue what comes through me, and for some reason at the moment I'm in a flow writing about Jesus again. For some reason the messages are coming in stages, and this message is slightly different than the ones that came before, and basically I had a realisation. Jesus was a very transformative guy, therefore he will have undergone many transformations himself to be that way. The biggest indicator of this is he didn't really start to share his gifts, i.e. operate in his North Node, until after he was 30 years old. There was much preparation before he would start living his greatest potential, continuously healing, growing and learning and fighting oppression whilst here on earth. Therefore, if Jesus had undergone many deaths and rebirths in order to ascend in life, as all those favoured by God experience, prior to being what today's world calls a public figure, why is his transformative nature in life not focused on? He will have had many dark nights, many ascensions. People will have seen his blinding light in life way before he mastered it. Why is his inner work and his soul mission not focused on? Why is there made up stories about the symbolism of the crucifixion and humiliation spectacle of him paying the so-called price for the criminal sins until now? And then more lies of his resurrection after being murdered. Most of his memory these days is distorted by crazed fanatical narcissists, the type of people who would have killed him, instead of the truth, which is he ascended again after death, just like souls do. Is it to keep the people from living authentically by any chance, finding their true purpose in life? Bullies always find a scapegoat instead of taking responsibility. The same old boring story, just like the crucifixion story, perpetuating and glorifying slavery, which is obviously not of God. We are here to end slavery templates, all patterns and constructs of oppression. Everyone is a spirit in life and in death, because we are a soul. We are who we are, and souls don't die. Souls are the God in us, energy which cannot be created or destroyed, energy which can only be transferred or transmuted, and that's basically what Jesus' day job was. He was just changing the energy thrown at him to make the world better. He learned how to overcome oppression. He had to have learned to do that for himself before helping others, as wounded healers are good for nobody, as per the will of God. So why have people focused on him being bullied to death by people jealous of his favour for millennia? Bullying is a disease that simply needs to be stamped out. Lowlives need to stop bullying people to death. It's old and it's boring. Just stop it. Bullies will do anything to stay relevant, even kill. We should be glorifying Jesus' internal struggles with faith that he had before and after God revealed him and his gifts to people, not him being bullied and betrayed and the glorification of seeing him humiliated and destroyed. It's like hang the witch, but for some reason in Jesus' case it's good. Get out of here. But of course, focusing on his internal struggles would make him a jihadi, which really is a person who struggles with faith, in case it is not clear. Just like all of the prophets of all the religions, just like all people, really. And ultimately, that seems to be too much truth for people to accept. So yeah, that's what it is at the moment. That's what the message is at the moment. Who knows? I might get more to add to it. But it doesn't stylistically it's like a poem, but it doesn't really read like a poem kind of thing to me. It feels more like a lecture, like I said. But maybe that's just because of the times we're in. Like, I feel like I have to lecture about it. Hope you're all doing well. The people that don't have anything better to do have been trying to torment me with drones all day, but what can you do? Like, I just don't know what they think we're gonna find. Like even now, like every day, bugging my phone, bugging everything. Like, what are they looking for, bro? Just seeing the same old messy house that they've seen from day one, bro. It's not even like, yeah, it's just getting ridiculous. It's getting like to the point where it's actually causing me ill health now, because just things like, I don't want to be videoed like in the garden, because like obviously in my house they can't video me the same as like outside. I just don't want to be videoed doing ordinary things, and I don't know what they're doing with it. Nothing. Like, they've got all sorts of videos that I've got no idea. But basically, if they've been using my phone to do like literally zoom in like a telescope or a microscope, then they will have seen all sorts of things that they shouldn't be zooming in on. They'll be zooming in on my face like this, or like, yeah, anything. Like, it's just completely, like, it's, the audacity is just disgusting. Like, the entitlement, no regard for consent. Yeah, it's just like ridiculous. And like, all, like, there'll come a time when I'll have to get all the information about what reports have been filed against me for them to do all this, for them to, because they're doing stuff now, like on notes on my phone, it's bugged, so when I'm drawing and stuff, it always trips up. Like, it doesn't work smoothly. And obviously, I draw. It's like, it's something that I've done for way before the genocide. Like, it's not like, what are they gonna? Why are they doing that? Like, it's just weird. Like, why are they just really affecting the tools that I need to do very basic things like write poetry and draw. Like, I don't have any, like, they've already blocked my money, so I don't have like money to buy better equipment and stuff to replace everything. So even with what I've got, like, what is Notes doing? Why is Notes a danger? Why, you know, what, do you know what I mean? Like, why are these apps that they're bugging like a danger? And just things like uploading things to YouTube is just a pain. It's just a pain. Or like the video editing software, like, is slow. Like, it's slow to download. Like, when my videos, most of them, they're not that long. Most of them are like 3 minutes. You can go and look. So it's just stuff like that. That's just like, why? Like, it's just literally, like, in Arabic it's called azab, but I can't really think of the word in English. It's basically just to create, like, it's hassle, like hassle. It's just to make your life miserable and difficult, just to create misery in your life. Like, who does that, bro? Who does that? What do you have to be made of inside to do that to other people? What? Like, what? Like, what? It's just disgusting. Like, it's just literally really disgusting. Really disgusting. It's just so disgusting. Yeah, and I've just had like creepy people in the comments, and I don't have no interaction with hardly any normal person. I've had like one genuine person in the comments recently, and then all the rest is just like creepy people on YouTube. And also, how I know that ISIS rail people are spying on me on YouTube is because I get all my recommended videos are like Jew ones. What do I care for that? Like genuinely, like, why is that in my recommended videos? And all the adverts, like the adverts are like prostitute ones from Cyprus, which is obviously ISIS rail people. It's just stuff like that. Like, why would that be in my recommended videos? Like, it's obviously deliberate targeting of towards my page, which is just doesn't make any sense. Like, doesn't make any sense. Literally doesn't make any sense. It's like, it's so stupid. And like, and that's how I know, because like the algorithm's a joke anyway, but for me it's not. It's just literally deliberate targeting of like bullshit. Like, literally bullshit. bullshit And it's all sorts of scam adverts, just general scam stuff. Yeah, just scams. Yeah, anyway, thanks for being here. If you made this far, please do like the video. On one of my recent videos as well about the bullshit drone activity, I have made another plea about donations, because I do need new tech. So like, if anyone can spare anything, my PayPal is in my about section, and also I'm still obviously got my GoFundMe for my poetry LP, which is open, and that's also, the link for that is also in my about section. So if anyone wants to contribute to that, I'd be grateful. Yeah. Also, like, I've said it previously, but I've only had a few donations, like in quite a few months. So if anyone does donate, then email me as well, just so I know, because I need to also keep track if my donations are being stolen, which is not good, obviously, but it's just something that I am aware of that they shouldn't be doing. So yeah. Yeah, see you in the next video, and thanks for being here. Take care. Bye.